All right, taking a look here at B swing. Again, this was within the first 15 or 20 minutes or so. Looking at the setup again, real quickly. You know, with the feet, we want the feet straight ahead. We'd prefer that we not get in this, heel up position. Just have the feet flat, both toes pointing straight ahead, parallel to one another, and you know, not catty cornered, but also even here. Tips of toes even here. Knees slightly bent. That cock knee position we don't really need. Just one click at the knees, one click at the waist. Nice, comfortable position like this. Uh, we prefer that top hand settle in a position, right in front of the shoulder. Again, Drew starts his bat a little flatter. But then when we wind up landing here, that top hand is going to be just back of the shoulder, palm facing out on the pitcher. Okay. Um, and we'd also like to have the lead arm just, hang, uh, down in front of us, nice and tight to the body. It's just going to settle and kind of ride the chest through the swing. So we don't want to start off with this high elbow, chicken wing, form in front of the face kind of look here. So real simply, just take the right hand, put it in a punching position, and attach the lead arm and let it, kind of just drop down and stay relaxed. Lead arm should be pretty relaxed there. Okay, so feet straight ahead, knees inside of feet, one click, waist one click, right hand in punching position, just attach the lead hand, eyes straight ahead. Again, we'll take a look at primarily three areas: back leg, back arm, and the front side. Starting off with the back leg, which again should control the footwork. You want to feel like that back leg, the loading of the back leg pulls up the front foot, and the unloading of the back leg puts the front foot down. So the stride really should be controlled by the back leg, the loading and lateral or sideways pressing or unloading of the back leg should control your stride or should control your footwork. Okay, one thing I see with B is when his front heel drops, he's still got his weight evenly distributed. That back leg, when it presses to the front side, it should finish, meaning it should be unloading as that front heel drops. So the back leg should be pressing into the front side. In other words, if we put scales under our professional's feet at this point, we'd have a much higher reading on our front foot. As that heel drops, we're driving off of the back leg, okay, as that heel drops, and we'd have a much lower reading on the back leg. Braswell's getting, very little out of his stride, and he's basically landing, in a 50-50 position. He's still got weight evenly distributed. There's no drive, during his stride. Okay, so his heel's down there. Now the back leg does begin to press. He's got to weight that front leg, and he does do it there. It's late, and it's not how you would work your feet when you throw. You have good rhythm when you throw. So it's late, but he does begin to weight the front leg. He unloads the back leg there again much later. Okay. And again, just like in the professional, once the front leg is weighted, it begins to work against the ground. Okay, pressing against the ground, and the hips are driven open from the front, and that's what drives rotation. Well, B's front leg, at this point, about right here, begins to work against the ground, and he begins to, drive that front leg against the ground to create rotation. But because his back leg doesn't begin to work until that front heel drops, we don't get those types of ground reaction forces. We don't really work from evenly distributed positions within the 2 feet. Okay. I like to say the back leg should finish before the front heel blocks, okay? And that's very true. And here his front heel drops and blocks before the back leg is finished. So he's, the back leg is finishing while the front side, is blocking. And we don't want that. Now, you don't have to take a stride. You can hit no stride. But you better make sure this back leg presses sideways or finishes or shifts before that front heel drops, even if you're not taking a stride. And B's really not taking a stride here. He doesn't on this one. He kind of does on this one. But in both, he's landing, with his weight still, back on the backside, or at least half of it back on the backside. But whether you stride or not, that back leg has got to make its move before that front heel comes down. So in terms of the back leg, we've got to get a little bit more out of it, a little bit more lateral drive into that front side. Okay, front side, is pretty square when he lands. That's not bad. The front foot stays square even here when he takes a stride. Okay, and even after he presses, we've got the front side is still pretty squared off. Again, we really want that front side to land the same way it starts. B, so if we slice you in half, we want that front side to be in the same position it was in when it started. Okay, meaning, front shoulder's locked in, front knee is slightly bent but firm, front hip is square, everything's square, so that front side is in the same position it was in when it started. Okay, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Now you kind of start off in a funky position, okay, but actually wind up landing pretty good there. So that's what we want. We want all this square once we land. Okay, we want the back leg to have shifted weight to the front side and stay square here on that front side. Okay.